protection, let's talk about creating some wealth in 2017. And here's something interesting. So for just this episode, for now, we're going to say that you're looking at an investor who's willing to take on as much risk as possible. Age is not a constraint. Other sort of liabilities are not a constraint. If you were to create a maximum wealth generating portfolio for 2017, how would you go about the asset class mix?
See, I think if somebody has to create maximum wealth, okay, so debt is certainly not going to be a portion of that. Okay, in my opinion,
at all?
not at all.
Okay.
Because especially for 2017, if you're speaking about some periods, I know it's a little aggressive, little contrarian, but I don't see merit of having debt in the portfolio currently, if you have to maximize the return. If that's the objective, and you're keeping the objectives and goal setting, which is the conventional mindset of personal finance, aside for a minute. So if you come to that, equity 100%. If equity is 100%, if you have to take more risk, people immediately what comes to people's mind is let's play sectors. But I think that's the most inefficient way of taking risk. But taking risk in a more diversified fashion in a smaller company's fund will pay off significantly better than choosing the sector yourself. Now, there are some smaller companies fund which actually back the portfolio with potential mid and large cap, and they've done it time and again. So I would choose 40-50% in smaller and mid cap companies, which will actually propel and will substantiate the risk taken in the portfolio.
So now this is such a teaser. I will ask you for the fund names right now itself. So do advise on some funds that you think could be good performers in 2017.
See, I think in the micro cap category, Nagnath, who's the CIO of DSP, has shown fair bit of confidence and has been able to deliver. So DSP micro cap is one of the favorite funds from a micro cap perspective, because he's picked up stocks early in the past, much before they have been known to the market. And the second one will be a Franklin Smaller Companies Fund. If you put 20% of your money in these two funds, which will increase the risk, of course, but will give you a commensurate return, which justifies the risk taken.
So this would be the most aggressive part of someone's mutual fund portfolio. What about the slightly more stable names, if, the aspect of bringing a bit of stability to your portfolio?
Yeah, again, the good news is the large cap indices have not run away too much anyway.
The market's been absolutely flat in 2016,
Absolutely. So having an anchor to your portfolio which will bring stability makes perfect sense. So I think if you had two large cap or three large cap funds, which again have had huge excess returns over and above the market, then in that category I will say Shankaran Narain, who's ICICI CIO, in his schemes has been able to do immense justice. So
which
ICICI focused blue chip fund, or the new fund which he thinks very confident about is the ICICI Top 100 fund, which he thinks is the 2017. So I had a very close conversation with him. So I would say ICICI Prudential Top 100 would be the fund of the future, and Franklin Prima Plus Fund, and Birla Frontline. These five funds to put together
large cap equity funds.
Yeah.
Okay, fair point.